Commenting a lot of different exclusively pumping questions on both here and Instagram. So I'm going to do a quick little video. I wouldn't say quick, but I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible and answer a lot of the questions that I get. This last question is my pumping schedule, and this is really hard to answer because I'm not pumping at the same time every day. It's different every single day. It varies from 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes I even have to hit the 4-hour mark if we're having a super busy day and I just have to wait to push it off. I pump first thing in the morning, and most of the time, I do not pump overnight. Because I weaned myself, I didn't just stop overnight. I went from pumping twice a night to once a night. Then I would skip a night here and there. Then I would just gradually skip more and more. And now I only pump 1 or 2 times a week at night. Only if I wake up in the middle of the night and feel super full, but I think I have conditioned my body at this point. I am also 4 months postpartum, so if you are still in the early stages, do not do this. I do not recommend it. I don't recommend it, period. I am not a professional. I do not know what I'm doing. This is honestly what has worked for me, and it has gotten me so much more rest. And I'm a much happier person. I pump as soon as I wake up in the morning, and since I don't pump overnight most of the time, I will do a good full 30 to 40 minutes. That way I make sure I get everything out, because we do not want clogged ducts or mastitis over here. Because I pump that long and go so long, I normally get anywhere from 10 to 14 ounces. I normally get 2 full bottles for him, which will last the first feeding and then another feeding within 2.5 hours. From then on, I always pump before his next feedings, and the stress levels went from here to here doing that. So that is one of my biggest tips. As far as keeping my milk supply up, I wouldn't say I'm an overproducer, but I definitely produce enough and extra sometimes. I don't do anything crazy. I don't take anything crazy. I just make sure that I make sure I'm getting protein with eggs, sausage, even some toast. Make sure I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I have noticed a drop in my supply if I don't eat 3 meals a day and eat a little healthy snack here and there, and also drinking electrolytes. Actually, my supply dipped the other night and I about lost it. I had a full mental breakdown because I genuinely thought that my supply was dipping, but my husband asked what I had eaten that day, and I didn't eat enough, and I definitely did not drink enough water. Your supply is low here and there. That is perfectly normal. That is perfectly okay. Just make sure you're staying hydrated and eating enough, because if you're not eating enough, your supply is not going to increase. The other question is, what do I do if I'm going out? This has been such a game changer. I bring a cooler bag. Anytime I pump, I put it into a bottle, and that is for Reed's next feeding. I just bring a cooler bag to put my pumps in to keep cool so I don't have to clean them, and then I bring a fresh bottle, so I'll pour the milk in that. Another question I get is, how much is Reed eating, and how do I know if he's getting full or if he's still hungry? First, I just want to say, talk to your pediatrician if you are questioning how much your baby needs. We obviously did that in the beginning, and our pediatrician helped us so much. And then after that, you just kind of pick up on their cues. He's full, he doesn't want to drink anymore, he'll push the bottle away, he'll get fussed, or he'll just fall asleep while drinking the bottle. Right now, he's eating at about 4 to 5 ounces, and I say that because we normally do about 5 ounces first thing in the morning, since he went all night without taking a bottle. Today, I'll do anywhere from 4 to 4.5. In his last bottle before bedtime, we do normally 3.5 to 4. Anytime I pour over 4, he wastes. I think those are the main questions that I get asked. If you have any more, I have a whole highlight saved on my Instagram story highlights with exclusively pumping tips, questions that I've answered. All of that is on there. But I am lucky and thankful that I can produce enough for Reed and more. We have a freezer stash, which I am grateful for. If my supply were to drop or dip at any point, I have plenty in the freezer. So I'm just thankful that I can do this for Reed. Even though it is such hard work, it's rewarding at the same time, and I'm just thankful that I can.